Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Trey Podcast. I'm your host, Ethan, otherwise known as Geethers. With my boys, my co-hosts, RJ and Jamari. Y'all say what's up to the people, man.
What's going on, man?
Yo.
Oh, they got the energy today. They got it. So, before we get into anything, make sure y'all got to follow the socials, man. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, at the Trey Podcast on every platform. We're pumping out content daily, pretty much. All platforms. Y'all need to go like it up, follow, sub, do what y'all got to do to help us grow, help us reach more people with this. And other than that, unless y'all got anything else to say, I think we're ready to get into this first topic, man.
Let's go. Let's get it.
All right, so I know we're the Trey Ball Podcast, but we want to get into a little bit of football. You know, dip our feet into, into a few other things. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about this Antonio Brown situation. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have seen Antonio Brown released from the Buccaneers, walked off the field. It went viral. So I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. And even though I'm not the most avid football watcher, Jamari and RJ, they both are. So I'm gonna let them take most of this. Y'all let me know what y'all gotta say about this situation.
I'll go first.
Indeed.
AB, love him. He got to get some help. Clearly, there's something wrong. And then apparently this is in hopes to promote some type of Netflix series. I think he needs to go get help. To not only leave the stadium, but to record, basically document everything that's happening and in the aftermath. I mean, that's just
hype up the crowd.
It's wrong. Yeah, I don't know. And then the fact that they still won the game. And so, I mean, it just seems like very unwarranted. And I understand what he was saying. Football is what we do, not who we are. The coach must have said something crazy to him. And I get that. I mean, you shouldn't sit nowhere and let anybody talk to you any type of way. I definitely do think that you have to have boundaries. I mean, no matter who you're talking to. But at the end of the day, bro, no matter what the coach said to him, the way he left the stadium makes him look bad. It makes him look bad. Sure. So, yeah. How about you, Jamar?
What I got to say is, since 2015, Antonio Brown has been the same ever since a certain player mollywopped him from a specific team. And that is my boy Vontaze Burfict from the Cincinnati Bengals. He mollywopped Antonio Brown, knocked him out, and Antonio Brown hasn't been the same since.
You seem a little bit too excited about this.
No. Wait. Let me get some context, guys. He's a Bengals fan, so let's if y'all didn't notice already,
he's not just a bad person, guys.
So I've been watching Antonio Brown act like a fool since that happened, and this is probably my favorite thing he's done. That to me, that was hurt. He got a ring last year. What else does he like? He got a ring. He's hurt. He on a stacked team, and then out of nowhere, for no reason, took it all off, said peace, and then he went on Instagram and said he a super gremlin, and he laughing and smiling about it. So
instead of maybe trying to run it back in another ring,
Yeah, don't you think he could have got another ring instead of
but look. Antonio Brown he's arguably one of the greatest receivers ever. He is crazy. And another thing, he's a grown-ass man. You got to be more responsible, and you got to be more mature about how you go with things. You have kids that are going to watch you. You have other kids across the world watching you, man. You can't be acting like that in front of millions of people. And you're disrespecting an organization that picked you up out of free agency when you were begging to play. And that's how you repay them at the end. So that is
messed up.
Y'all know who he reminds me of?
Come on, man.
Kyrie.
I actually see where you're going.
Partly, but Kyrie's not nearly as bad as that for sure.
No.
Also, Boogie. He reminds me of Boogie a little bit too.
Man, I thought you were going to say Kevin Porter Jr.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same situation. Yeah.
Nah, but like you said, I don't like talking about people's mental stuff. You never know what people got going on. But if he does have something going on, he should maybe get some help.
Yeah. Shout out Antonio Brown.
Yeah, shout out Antonio Brown, man.
Shout out
End of the day,
Devontae
he's a
Parker.
grown man. If that's what he wants to do, I mean, I guess nobody can stop him, So
Yeah,
you gotta be careful with some stuff. But
for sure.
unless you got anything else to say, I'm good on that.
I'm trying to get to the next topic. Come
Oh,
on.
you're trying to get to it?
Hey, let's get it. What do y'all think?
I'm ready.
What do y'all think about the Lakers? LeBron.
Man.
Y'all see what I'm
Who wants
wearing.
to start?
Y'all see what I'm wearing.
start.
No. Save me for last, please.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll start it off.
Y'all see what I'm wearing. Y'all see what I'm repping.
The Lakers, man, they're a confusing team. And LeBron James is a confusing person. His fans are more confusing because we go through this cycle. LeBron picks his team underperforms, and then they become underdogs in the playoffs. And when they win it all, LeBron.
They just say LeBron did it without help.
Yeah. And I don't really like that. When you have like a lot of legends on your team, they are old, but they're still legends and they're basketball players.
First ballot Hall of Famers.
Yeah, and LeBron has been carrying. He's been carrying. So it's not his fault. You could put it on Russ. You could put it on AD not being available when you need him. But in their struggles, man, it's when you have the talent that Russell Westbrook has, you should not be missing wide open layups for the game. You should not be hitting the top of the backboard. What did the refs say? No, what did the commentator say? Russell Westbrook air bank. That is so embarrassing. Air bank. That is sad. And then you have Anthony Davis, who's made out of glass.
Glass bones, paper skin, bro.
Yes,
Data Davis.
Every game, this guy's every game, yo. Like Anthony Davis was not acting like that on the Pelicans. When he got to the Lakers, for some reason, he became this.
I think it's a combination with Ethan just said Hollywood, and then also he don't have as much responsibility.
Yeah, probably.
Like I think he feels like he doesn't have to carry. So if he goes down,
I want to see Pelicans AD. Like AD has the tools to be dominant. We've seen it.
Anthony Davis, he should be a top 5 player in the game right now.
Help LeBron, bro. LeBron is 37, dog. Russ, help LeBron.
No, see, here's my problem I have with it. I don't blame any of this on Russ. Nothing. I don't blame anything on Russ because this is why. He was not a good fit to begin with.
So yeah, that's fair.
He was not a good fit to begin with. So he shouldn't have to completely change his play style because of the Lakers trading for him. Yeah. Everybody knows how he plays. Everyone knows he has to have the ball in his hands to be effective. And then now he's in the corner way more. We saw it when he was with James Harden. We saw it some when he was with Bradley Beal, especially in the playoffs. Like we forget. Yeah. And what happened when the Rockets played the Lakers in 2020? They didn't guard Russ. They left him wide open. And what did the Lakers do? The Lakers won 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not to mention, Russell Westbrook is slowly, I'm not saying he's a bad player by any means, but he's starting to slowly decline. Right?
Yeah.
And he has some of the thing with Russ is he's a good player. He's not an all-star anymore. And this trade that they sent,
I think he could be an all-star still. I think situationally where he is right now, he's not an all-star. But I think if you give Russ his own team, he's an all-star easily. I don't think he's going off that much.
Maybe. But you give Russ his own team, they're not competing. So it's like I don't understand the thought process of them trading for Russ in the first place. A lot of people were saying it was a good trade, especially the Lakers. Don't get me started on the Lakers fans. I hate Lakers fans so much, and y'all know this. Lakers fans talking about, it's another chip. We got the big 3. We're going to compete with the Nets. That sometimes fit and having the right role players is more important than having the star power. We saw that with when the Heat lost to the Mavericks. Now, the Heat, it was their first year, okay? That was part of it. And then LeBron, it wasn't his best moment. That's for sure. But we saw the Mavericks had a really solid team built around a lot of good pieces built around their star. the Lakers just throw together a bunch of big names and are expecting it to work. And that's what I've been saying that since before the season started.
So what do y'all think the Lakers need to do to fix things? Or do you think it's too late with the roster there?
I honestly think it's too late. Russell Westbrook's untradeable.
I say get rid of AD.
Get rid of AD.
Get rid of AD as well. Now, I haven't even gotten to AD yet, but I'll let you talk about that first.
Like he had his chance. He had his chance. The Lakers gave up a lot for him, and now he's always hurt.
Well, but the thing is,
but what do you get for AD?
The Lakers gave up a lot for them, but they got a championship out of it, so it was worth it.
I mean, that's cool, but like now, if last year, what is the excuse? What is the excuse for last year?
Injury.
They could use health, I guess, but
so what is the excuse for this year with Anthony Davis?
Injury.
He's injured now, but before he was injured, he was not.
He wasn't playing bad, but it's just. I mean,
he wasn't playing bad, no. But the thing is, like he's putting up good stats, like 24, close to 25 a game. But the thing is, the way he settles a lot, right? He settles a lot, and he has been declining every season jump shooting.
Yeah,
he's shooting worse than Russell Westbrook this season from three.
I just don't like
shooting like 16% from three this season.
Yeah, I don't like how he's so tentative. You know, when he gets the ball, I want to see him go downhill.
And when he does do that, when he is aggressive, he's dominant, but he's not nearly as aggressive as he should be.
Yeah.
And the health, I mean, I get it that being healthy, you know, you can control that to an extent, but end of the day, sometimes stuff just happens, you know, and you can't control that sometimes.
But AD shouldn't be camped out in the corner. That should never be him.
And on top of that, the coaching, I've been saying since before the Lakers even won the championship, I think Frank Vogel is a terrible coach.
Why?
Why would you throw a lineup out there of Russ, like Trevor Ariza, LeBron, AD, and Dwight Howard or DeAndre? I remember when they first started, they were throwing out lineups of DeAndre Jordan, AD, LeBron, Russ. It doesn't matter who the fourth guy is.
I don't think Vogel's a terrible coach. I think he's really defensive minded, almost to a fault.
But the Lakers haven't guarded nothing this year.
Yeah, I understand the thought process of the first lineup though. But yeah, I do think they need to. Well, he was trying to play defense, and it didn't work. But I mean, it didn't work. But I mean,
DeAndre Jordan doesn't do anything. I love DeAndre Jordan. He Lob City Clippers, but he don't do nothing anymore, bro. You're throwing him out there with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is a good defender. LeBron's a good defender, but they're like
their team defense was terrible, and that's what matters now in the league.
Exactly, and it's just. Man, like I feel like a lot of things with the Lakers are just like piss poor, bro. And it's like they were a better team last year, and even though they bounced in the first round, their pieces, they had more depth, they had more pieces around LeBron. Like, even though Lakers fans, they were talking about, you know, let's trade KCP. I hate KCP because he like maybe missed some shots here and there, right? He's a good 3-and-D guy. And that's what you need next to LeBron. And then they were doing the same thing with Danny Green. They were doing the same thing with all types of players.
It's not even real Lakers fans. It's LeBron fans. Because you gotta think, Danny Green had a decent season except for that playoffs with the Lakers. KCP,
but he didn't even have that bad of a playoffs. Everybody just thinks of that one shot where he hit like the front of the rim. That's what everybody thinks of, and they think, oh, he's terrible.
KCP, he missed a few shots. Then it was get KCP out of town.
Yeah.
Kuz, people just don't like Kuz for whatever reason.
I don't like Kuz either, but to be fair.
I mean, but I'm just saying, you're not a Lakers fan. It was fake Lakers fans, LeBron fans saying get Kuz out of town. Why? Now you guys don't have any depth. And then they want to call on THT to be something that he's not. He's not there yet.
Yeah, and THT is not that god, bro. I don't know where all this hype comes from. And
I think he can be.
I think he can be a okay starter at most. Maybe a slightly above average starter at most. I don't think he has that much potential, bro. Any player that the Lakers get immediately just get overrated just because it's the biggest market and it's the most popular team. Any player they get gets immediately just overrated. Like And now it's like Austin Reeves. He's a good player. But now people act like he's something crazy, especially when he had that one shot. You know what I'm talking about, that one shot in overtime. People are talking crazy about him now. I'm like, come on. We gotta like calm down. And part of it is on LeBron too. I mean, LeBron, I do want to give him his credit. He's outstanding. He's playing outstanding. He's having to carry this team. He's having to carry, he has like the biggest backpack right now. And the thing is, he's the one that like these trades don't happen unless LeBron's like, oh yeah, I want him on my team. So part of it rests on his shoulders though. He has to live with that happening because he's the one that was like, yeah, bring Russ in. So I don't know where they go from here. Russ is making how much? Like
41
million. He's untradeable pretty much.
Yeah.
Untradeable pretty much. AD, I don't think they should trade AD. AD
you can't get equal value for AD, so I say don't trade him.
Yeah. AD, I mean, he can they need to try to find like just like they can do like some small trades that can maybe help, but I don't think they're getting anywhere with Russ and LeBron on the same team. It just doesn't make sense. And it hasn't made any sense for me since day one. I don't see anything happening with Russ and LeBron on the same team. Jamar, maybe make small trades for like better, like a Miles Turner would be amazing for them, but that's more of a bigger trade. I don't see how they make that happen. But like, whatever they do, I don't see anything happening if Russ is still on that team.
Jamar, what do you think they should do to get better?
I mean, if we're not trading AD, then I'm saying get them old ass niggas off the team, bro. Get rid of DeAndre Jordan. Get rid of Dwight Howard. Get rid of Trevor Ariza, bro. Like, bring some.
What are you gonna get back from that, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Decent, like some.
Who wants DeAndre Jordan?
No one.
Or you just let him go, man. You free up a roster spot for a younger player. Like, if I'm the Lakers, I'm letting go of DeAndre Jordan and I'm bringing over Marquise Chris, someone like him. They do the same thing. Marquise,
but you
also want the veteran leadership.
Their timeline is LeBron.
Win now.
So
they're a win now.
Marquise Chris, he's athletic. He's younger. He can block some shots. He can catch some lobs. He could space the floor a little bit. Some DeAndre Jordan can't do.
The narrative, like, the narrative of all of them, like, they're too old. That's not, the age thing isn't even the thing with me. It's the fit. The age thing, I mean, part of it, partially, yeah, you do need some young guys. They have a couple young guys. They got Kendrick Nunn. We haven't seen him yet this season. Malik Monk's been pretty good for them. He's a younger guy. And when I'm talking about him, I don't understand why he signed a minimum with the Lakers. I feel like he could have gotten more money. He's only like 23, 24, something like that. I feel like he could have got more money somewhere else. And then they got those two, and then THC, like they're only three like young guys for real. And then like they've been given another thing. Like, I don't understand, like with these hardship, like these 10-day contract guys, right? Like Stanley Johnson, I do think he deserves a spot on a team, but Stanley Johnson makes. Yeah, I think he deserves a spot on a roster. I think Stanley
Johnson's not good enough to be on a team.
I think he's good enough to be on to be like a 15th, 14th guy on a team. I think he is, but I'm just saying, like, that's a guy you're bringing in with COVID protocols. But like, that's another guy that can't shoot that you're bringing in and getting a lot of minutes during this COVID protocol stuff. Good defense, yes. It's a guy that can't shoot, so that's another guy that can't shoot that's getting minutes now. And of course, in all grand scheme of things, he's not going to get a lot of minutes. But like, you need to bring players in that can.
You need to be working towards getting better.
Like you need shooting. At the end of the day, you need shooting. You need to build team chemistry. You need to get players that fit around your star players. End of the day, it's going to be hard to find something that really fits when you have LeBron and Russ and AD on the same team. I'm not going to say LeBron's not even a shooter like that for real. He can shoot now. He's gotten way better as his career has gone on from shooting, but he's not a shooter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis has declined. He's shooting like 17% from three this season. Russ is shooting like 20-something. Like, it's in this day and age, when you have all these players on the court that can't shoot, and one more thing before, and I'll be done.
Yeah,
Anthony Davis needs to toughen up a little bit too and play the center full time.
That makes them way more versatile.
Full time
playing the center. All right, so how do y'all feel about the in-season tournament? I know a lot of people don't know about it, but basically it's like, so they would have the teams like entering. Well, this idea basically started in soccer, like the Champions League and all that. Well, basically,
Right.
you have there's different pools of teams, and so you probably would put the best teams at the head of the pool and have them all play, and basically it's just to encourage teams not to tank. So if you win this, you would get like a better draft spot if you're a bad team and things of that nature. So how do y'all feel about it?
So when you said you get at the end, you said if you're a bad team, but if you're winning more, you get a better draft spot.
It's something like that. I mean, it's still in the early stages, but I know they're doing this to encourage teams not to tank. And it's also you get a lot. I just read it's like money associated with.
Oh, that makes all right. So I like that. All right. So right now in the regular season, if I'm knowing this and I'm already tanking, I would just do it for like this year.
But tanking doesn't have any. There's no tanking. There's no upside to tanking.
If I'm like the Kings, I want to be in this tournament, But and I want to win it so I can get a player to finally turn my franchise around. And then after that, like I'm done. And now I feel like it's go mode. If I'm a team like the Kings,
if you're the Pistons,
it
don't have as much bearing.
And I do think money would have to be involved because people on these bad teams, they're not, they're like,
there's no incentive.
I don't feel like there's not, even if your team's going to get a better draft pick, I don't think that's really a good incentive for the players. But I think a good idea would be, instead of making an in season, I think after season would be good. Like, I know that kind of interferes with like a big chunk of time that the players get off, but maybe still decrease the regular season by like a couple games, right? And then, y'all always know in the summer there's that dead period where it's just like no basketball. And it's just free agent news. That's all any content creators that are about basketball, they make just free agent news. And it's tough for these people, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's what, like a 3-month dead period. If you do it like maybe in like July, or maybe not July, maybe like August, right? The month of August or late July or something like that, you have the tournament. Then that shortens that way there's more basketball throughout the whole year. And still have the incentives for the teams that like, you do good in this, you get the draft pick. And I do think it would only need to be for like the bad teams, like all the teams all below the play-in. Because I feel like if you do an end season, you don't really know where the standings are going to end up at the end of the season anyway. So if you do standings are already done, you do it with these players. But then I was just thinking about this now, but then that's when free agency is going on. So you never know, like a bad team could have just signed a big player, like when the Lakers signed LeBron,
I think money definitely has to have an impact, because like you said, for a bad team, think about a bad team like the Rockets, right? The Rockets are a bad team, but they don't have as much cap space as the other bad teams because of John Wall. So if you give a team like the Rockets a place where people will go to play some more money for winning a tournament, that's a game changer.
Well, I was thinking more so money for the players' standpoint, because what are the players' incentive for winning this tournament? Because if they get a higher draft pick. Well, some players might think be like, oh, well, that's just a player that's going to come in and take more of my minutes. That's how some players are going to have that mindset, especially on bad teams. People are trying to prove themselves, like the Detroit Pistons, for example. Like, they're going into this tournament and then they're like, oh, we're this bad, but why would we want to get a higher draft pick? We're going to get a player that's going to take my minutes. Yeah. See what I mean? So it's like, I feel like money would have to be an incentive for the players. But if they're going in, this player's like, oh, we can each win like, $100,000 or whatever the amount of money would be. We'll say we can get, we can be $100,000 richer by winning this. Let's get this. Yeah,
I definitely
it's interesting.
Yeah, I like the idea, but I think there's a lot that needs to go into. Like right now, they're talking about
for sure
in season, including the good teams. I don't understand. What's the incentive for the good teams to play in it?
Yeah,
I don't. And it's supposed to be to encourage, like I said, not tanking, and then also not like doing the like the load management, which like I get, but I don't think load management is as big of an issue as people make it out to be.
Yeah.
Like, yes, Kawhi and yes, LeBron and them.
Even tanking, I don't think it's as big as an issue as it's brought out to be. I mean,
I
at the end of the day,
I think tanking is.
I think it's an issue, but like what the Sixers was doing was an issue.
Yeah, that shit was trifling. That shit
but
was
like,
wild.
I don't see a problem with what the Thunder have done.
But I don't think the Thunder are the best example. The Thunder have tried to put a competitive team out there.
Not the past 2 seasons.
Well, if you have Shea on the court, you're not trying to tank that much. You know what I'm saying?
They were 13th.
I mean, but I feel like they already have those picks, bro. So
yeah,
tanking shouldn't really be in their eyes when you have other teams' picks. Like, what's the point?
They don't need to tank no more.
Yeah,
true.
If I had to say a team that was tanking, I would venture to say Detroit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. When you play, and this is I'm not a hater. I'm trying to be a hater. When you play Killian Hayes that many minutes, bro.
Yeah,
you can't be trying to win, bro.
Yeah,
Killian Hayes still has some potential.
Yeah, I mean,
some potential.
But like,
he's looking bad for him. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying.
It's been looking bad for him.
They're going to do what they did with the Knicks did with Frank Ntilikina. Like, it's the same situation, bro. Because everyone loved Frank. It was like, yo, man, give him another year. It's been like 5 years, bro. No more. Yeah, no more of that, bro. It's going to happen with Killian, bro. Killian's going to still play like doo-doo. And they're like, bro, just give him one more year. Like, no, dog. Get him out of here.
But that's what I'm saying. I would say Detroit's tanking for having him on the court that much.
Yeah.
I mean, and also, not that Jeremy Grant's not good, but like, it's almost like the Pistons are just putting out the most not fitting lineup.
They just like, they're just.
No offense to Detroit, but like, not a lot of people want to play in Detroit either.
Yeah. So it's
tough. And what they also do is they sign players for a little bit more money than they need to try to increase their trade value, like Mason Plumlee, for example.
Yeah,
I always knew Mason Plumlee wasn't good. He had a solid season on the Pistons, but he was on the Pistons, and then he gets sent to Charlotte for some okay pieces, and he's terrible in Charlotte. But I mean, besides that, I mean, to wrap that up, I think it's a good concept. I do think it's a good concept, and it would have to have a lot of tweaking and stuff for sure. But I would be all for an in-season tournament. But if it's making like the better teams get it even better, then I wouldn't want it. Yeah. But like, if it's just like strictly for the bad teams, then I'd be down for it.
So next up, we will be talking about the Rookie of the Year leaders and who we think should win it this year. And recently, me and RJ have been starting, but Ethan, tell us what you have in mind for Rookie of the Year.
All right. So I'm thinking it's definitely a close race, right? It is definitely a close race. But my opinion, I think up top, it's got to be Evan Mobley, in my opinion right now. I think a close second is Scotty Barnes. And then, of course, there's other guys that are up there, like Cade does need some love, Josh Giddy, Franz Wagner. But I do think it's Evan Mobley. I mean, I honestly think Evan Mobley, I don't think he will be. But I think there's an argument to be made that he should be an all-star this season. I think there's an argument to be made. I don't think he should be. No, I don't think he should be. But I think there's an argument to be made that there is an argument that could be made that he could be one. And what I do think he should be is I think he should be heavily considered for all defensive team as a rookie.
Yeah, I agree.
And the thing about that is there's not a lot of rookies that have done that. I think the last one that did it was like Tim Duncan.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So
it's been a long time.
I think he has to be the Rookie of the Year. I mean, he's part of the reason why that Cavs team is so good.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna say Cade. And that's only because if we're being fair, Cade has almost the exact same stats as LaMelo did last year.
I don't think LaMelo should have won it. No.
Who do you think should have won it? Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we're being fair, I think you've got to consider that Cade is putting out 15.
I'll pull up the stats.
6 and 5.
So for the stats, Cade is averaging 15, 6, and 5. Scotty Barnes, 15, 8, and 3.
Yeah.
Evan Mobley, 15, 8, and I'll round up 3.
So I think it's close regardless.
It is. And the one problem I have with Cade though is, and this is mainly because of his slow start, but he's only shooting 38% from the field.
Yeah.
And 31% from 3.
From 3, yeah. I think if you're doing, I just think, yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I think it's either Cade or Mobley. I think it's Cade or Mobley for sure.
I think Scotty Barnes is second, in my opinion.
So who would y'all say your top 3 is?
Yeah,
my top three would be Mobley number 1, Barnes number 2, and Cade number 3. I don't know. Actually, I might have Wagner at 3, but
What do I think about Josh Giddy? I think he needs to.
I don't think he's top 3, but I think he deserves love for sure.
I think they'll include him.
I might have Franz or Josh Giddy top 5, number 5.
Yeah, I just think Josh Giddy is how we're going to see a lot of these players coming out. Look, like 11. Just being able to fill up the stat sheet. Like, there's not anything on the court that you can say Josh Giddey's just bad at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy. Everybody coming in, everybody's saying his weakness was basketball. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then now he's, Yeah.
Really good, a really solid player. And some nights, the thing with him is some nights he doesn't score, but he still impacts the game. That is one thing I like about him. He impacts the game all the time. In all
similar to Scotty Barnes, honestly. Scotty Barnes, he can do a lot of stuff that isn't scoring.
They're both like jack of all trade type players.
Yeah. And then a lot of Scotty Barnes is I know I said yesterday that I don't get too caught up in impact, but Scotty Barnes' energy and impact is high for a rookie.
Yeah, it's great. He's another player that some people weren't rocking with that pick.
Yeah, no.
But I do think
I honestly thought he got picked too high, but I was wrong.
I know when I drafted, I was like, "What are you doing?" Jalen Suggs is still on the board, and they needed a guard. Obviously, that Jalen Suggs has not been too hot this season either.
Yeah,
but I do think.
Jamar.
All right.
Let me say one more thing, Jamar. I will say to lock in my top 3. I would say Mobley 1, Barnes 2, and I think I'm gonna go Cade 3, and then 4 would be.
What was mine? Mine is less off the stats. I'm just saying I'll go who. Okay, I'll say Cade, Mobley, and then I would probably go Josh Giddy. I'm very pleased with what he's done in Oklahoma City.
I'm not mad at that, and I'll say for me, I'd give you my top 3. My 4 and 5 would be 4 would be Josh Giddy for me. 5 would be Wagner for me.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm gonna get into. So with the rookies, a lot of them are all in different situations.
Right.
And I would say for my number 1 guy, if we're talking about impact everywhere, I want Evan Mobley. Him and Scotty are close, but Evan, what he brings on a defensive end, crazy. And for a big man, he's averaging 3 assists his rookie year as a big. And he's the leader in blocks, almost averaging 2 blocks.
He's the leader in blocks?
He's leading the rookies in blocks.
Yeah, okay.
And what's so close with him and Scotty's also averaging a block, and he's averaging a steal.
Right.
And but if I'm looking at like someone that I can just rely on as a
Mobley's averaging a steal too. I'll round up. He's averaging a steal.
Yeah.
I would love to have Franz Wagner. I love Franz because when I'm looking at right here, his field goal percentage isn't bad. He's shooting 45%.
Not bad for a rookie.
Yeah, he's shooting 83% from the free throw, averaging 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal and half a block. And when I look at that,
would you say that Josh Giddy is doing more? How many points you say Wagner was averaging?
16. Josh is averaging 11, but 16. Everything else, Giddy is averaging 7 rebounds, which is great from a point guard, and he's averaging the most assists at 6. And with Giddy, the thing with him is I'm seeing a lot of I might get, fried for this, but I'm seeing some comparisons of Lonzo Ball. Because when Lonzo came in his rookie year, he wasn't a great shooter. And Giddy's shooting 39 from the field, and he's shooting 64% from free throw.
What is he shooting from 3?
From 3, he's only making. I'm only seeing he's making 1 3.
Yeah, but I don't think he's shooting a lot. I don't think he's shooting a lot of
things. When I look it up, Josh Giddy, and I know his 3-point percentage isn't that high.
26.
26.
26.
Which that's why I'm seeing
on 4 attempts again.
Yeah. 4 attempts. I think
26.
Nah, that's bad. Yeah. I can't even.
And I'm comparing him to Lonzo. He's
that's
not
a fair comparison.
But his last 10 games, I can say for Giddy, he's averaging 13, 8, and 9. 9 rebounds. And he's shooting 30 from 3-point, and he's shooting 38 field goal, which I don't think is that bad. Yeah, he's getting better.
Like efficiency comes a lot of times for people later on in their career.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like with rookies, I'm not as concerned about efficiency, but it's still part of it. But I'm not as concerned because especially for rookie guards as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In my opinion, guards that's a hard position to play in the NBA, and it's the deepest position in the NBA.
I'm gonna go with Franz at number 1. I'm gonna go at Evan with number 2, Scotty at 3, 4 is Cade, and 5 is Giddy for me. And but can I also throw in a few more rookies that I would love to see get more that because this draft class is kind of low key deep.
Yeah.
Like I'm seeing Herb Jones is doing good.
I love Herb Jones.
He's good.
Is doing good. Jalen Green.
Neither of us. I didn't say Jalen Green only because of injuries.
Yeah.
Jalen Green
played a lot.
But him for his potential, hang on, for what he was expecting to be, he hasn't been that good.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say he hasn't been good. He's been getting buckets. I just didn't mention him because he hasn't played nearly as many games as
he has been.
Yeah. So, what did you guys think about Chris Duarte in the beginning of the season?
He's old as shit.
I was surprised.
Yeah. He's 24.
Because I mean, the thing with him is the Pacers didn't seem like the right fit for him.
Yeah, nah.
It's like he's a 24-year-old rookie. So when you're that old of a rookie, you need to go to draft into maybe not a contender, but at least a team that's competing to be in the playoffs. But to be fair, the Pacers are a team that everybody's kind of expecting to bounce back this season and maybe be in the playoffs. And I was also surprised because Rick Carlisle was never a guy that's like aside from Luka, but Luka's a generational talent, a guy that's just give the ball to the rookie, and but like when I'm pretty sure he started first game. That's when that first week of the season he was going crazy, and he's a very good player. I mean, I really like him.
I like Chris Duarte in Oregon. I thought he was good, but then it's like when you stay in college to the point where you're 24. I mean, that's
what are you doing? Yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's just tough. It's tough to make a name for yourself when you're that age as a rookie.
One rookie that I really didn't see the point of this pick, y'all might agree with me. What was the Magic thinking by drafting Jalen Suggs?
No, I can't say that because, well, to be fair, they didn't need a point guard. You're right about that.
I think they just went best player.
They did. Available. And to be fair, even though he hasn't been panning out at the start, and I'm not saying anything's over for him yet because, like I said, point guard's the hardest position to learn in the NBA. They probably weren't even expecting him to be taken that low or to drop to 5. It was 5, right? They weren't expecting him to drop to 5 for 1. And 2, I mean, he was just coming off a great NCAA run. He was considered, some people were considered maybe to even go top 3 in that draft.
It makes sense.
It was the right pick. It was a no-brainer pick. And because a lot of people thought he was going to be different. And, let me just pull up the stats. I know he has not been that good this season. And
he's averaging 12, 3 and 3.
But the pick made sense then. Like I can't get mad at them for picking him retroactively. Like I can't get mad at them for picking him because it doesn't look good right now.
He's also shooting terrible. But I still think he has the potential. But like it's tough with all those point guards in that team.
He got the skill set. It does. Will he do it?
And I wish more. I feel like it would have been better for both. It would have been better if the Raptors did take him. I feel like it would be easier for him.
Yeah,
partly because there's less guards and stuff that they had to worry about playing over. But I was almost gonna say it'd be better for both players' situation for Scotty Barnes and the Magic, but I think Scotty Barnes and the Raptors is actually a perfect fit. Yeah. I think it's actually a perfect fit. But I would like to see Scotty
Barnes. I would like to see Scotty Barnes and Cole Anthony. I think that would be.
I feel like that would have been great. And then they still got Franz Wagner. I feel like Scotty Barnes and Franz Wagner together as a wing duo would have been crazy.
Yeah. John Isaac's coming back too.
When is he coming back? It's been so long.
I haven't heard anything about John Isaac.
I haven't heard anything about him coming back.
But I have
he told us they said like 2 years ago.
It was in the bubble.
What about so for my Clippers fan, Ethan, what do you think about Boston? Yeah.
Hang on, let me say it's okay. This says I just looked up about Jonathan Isaac. It said a lot of insiders projected his return to be in November or December, but it's obviously past November and December. And it says it may not be until 2022 to see his full return.
Jeez.
So I don't know.
I mean,
and Markel folks we haven't seen much of either. He's been in.
Yeah, but I expected that. But I mean, John Isaac tore his ACL like 2 years ago. So.
Yeah. But
keep going, Jamal.
Brandon Boston, I was going to mention him. Brandon Boston, to me, I was like, okay, that's cool of a pick. He was one of those. Like, this is the thing I am with, like, I'm always very skeptical of taking, like, these, like, social media guys, right? That you could say, like Brandon Boston was, like, he wasn't the biggest, but he was pretty big on Instagram. I mean, he has some more followers than some, like really good players on, like, some really good quality NBA players, right? And I wasn't expecting him to be this good. Let me just pull up his stats right quick. He's, I'm somebody I watches him every game. He's a guy that still has a lot to learn and a lot more growing to do. But he's only averaging 6.5, 2, and 1.
But he has flashes though. Like he's definitely a player that has flashes that like this guy could be.
And he's shooting 36% from the field, 30% from three, right? But he has like these flashes in games where he's dropping 20 something, close to 30, and he plays with a very high confidence level. That is one thing I'll say, especially for a second round pick, and one of these guys, he plays with very high confidence, and he was also a guy that was, before his season, like early on mock drafts. Of that draft, he was a guy people were talking about going number 3, number 4 in that draft early on. So like, and he was a late.
But that happens to all those Kentucky guys. Like they all go to Kentucky, but there's so many 5 stars and 4 stars. They kind of get caught up. But I mean, you got to think about all the guys that went to Kentucky. You got Bam, who was picked late lottery. D Book, I want to say late lottery or after lottery. And then you got
Kentucky. You always know and the thing with Kentucky is you draft somebody from Kentucky, you're pretty sure they're going to be a quality.
Yeah, they're going to be good, but you just don't know when.
And the thing is, I mean, he's only like 18, I think. He's 20. He just turned 20 not too long ago. So and the thing is with me, I'm always like skeptical of these social media guys. Like I was skeptical about LaMelo Ball. Even though he's close to an all-star, I still think he gets overrated to this day, in my opinion. But like LaMelo Ball, he's close. He's borderline all-star in my opinion. I don't think he is an all-star. Some people say he is. I think he's borderline. But I've always been skeptical about these well-known guys, these social media guys, because I feel like throughout when they're getting ranked and when they're coming up, they're extremely overrated just because they're social media and it's flashy stuff on social media and they're these social media outlets like Overtime places like that like make them seem like they're gods, Like this is why I think
for them. It works better for them when they're in places like Charlotte. Like LaMelo went to Charlotte, and he's able to just play. But like for you guys, you got Brandon Boston. He's in LA.
Yeah, that's that other
Like,
thing. I
that's
was
tough.
also concerned about that. About I was like, he's already been like the semi-popular high school guy, and he didn't get the best opportunity in college, but now he's in LA.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But he's shown signs. I mean, I don't think he's ever going to be anything crazy, but I think I think he could be a quality rotation guy. Maybe like a quality six man in the future. I can
Yeah.
see him being like kind of what I mean. I don't think as good as what Tyler Hero is now, but I think he could be like somewhat like that. What Tyler Hero is now. One day, I mean, I didn't even know he was this tall. It says he's 6'7" too. I didn't know he
He's
was
got
that
good
tall.
height. He definitely has good size.
I don't know, man. With Brandon Boston, I got Ethan. I thought you should be higher on him, bro. Because LA, remember we talked about this. You said y'all don't have a lot of draft picks. So
Yeah.
who are y'all going to get? He could literally be our future.
He lives for the moment, though. I will say that. And
He's
that's why
gonna
Davis
be
Gilbert
good.
is-
He's gonna
I'll
be
give
good
him
learning behind PG and Kawhi.
Yeah, I'm
Those are
giving him the
mentors.
keys to my team, bro. If I'm LA for the future, I'm like, yo, after Kawhi, after PG, you're out of here. Here you go, man. Do what you
He's
need to
not
do.
shown enough yet for.
Would he stay that long though? Do you think
I
if he
would
starts
hope
to
so. Because why would LA let him go? Who are they going to get after PG and Kawhi leave? Or
The thing
I
is,
think
I'm not
once they
as
leave, they would go
concerned.
for a full rebuild.
I don't think so.
You
I'm
think
not
they would
as
stick
good
with
because you
Brandon
got to
Boston?
think. No. It's Brandon Boston, but I'm saying when you're a team like before the Lob City, then yes, it would be a full rebuild, right? But once Lob City happened, and then that time when we were the 8th seed right before that season before Kawhi and PG came, we were like not a team people really want to go to. But now we're already in LA, so we have an advantage. Period. We already have an advantage. People want to come play in LA. Even though a lot of them want to go to the Lakers. Now the Clippers are a respected franchise by players in the NBA. And even though it's maybe gotten a little bit not as respected as we once were, because a lot of stuff happening with like the choking, like that 2020 in the bubble. We're respected and people will want to come play.
Yeah, want to come play for the Clippers.
Like the Lakers, they never really had to rebuild. They had to rebuild at one point, but they never. Rare.
I'm a big believer that the Lakers never went through a rebuild.
Yeah,
they
never really.
They won the championship in 2010. They were average. They were good to average from 2011 to 2013, 13ish, and then they were bad for 3 years, and then they got LeBron.
Yeah,
is that a rebuild?
Yeah, and so to me, I don't think
they didn't.
I feel like it's going to be the same thing for us. I feel like we're never really going to have to go through big rebuilds like that. It's not going to be as good as it is for the Lakers, but like it's LA at the end of the day, so people are gonna want to sign there, and it's a good organization. And I feel like we'll be able to, once Kawhi and PG done, we'll be able to sign more guys.
Yeah,
we'll be able to win in free agency, and it's just. That's why, and also one other thing I will say about rookies in LA, I'm never going to expect a lot from rookies. Like if you're drafted by the Clippers or the Lakers, I'm never going to expect a lot. More so the Lakers, because you have all eyes on you, especially not as well with the Clippers, but the Clippers, you're still in LA. If you're drafted by the Lakers, you have all eyes on you. A lot of people don't live up to that pressure. That's why you see guys like Julius Randle, like Jordan Clarkson, Lonzo Ball. Like, I know everybody sees like that picture of this young core is one of the best in the NBA. But at the end of the day, if they never left the Lakers, they wouldn't have been as good as they
wouldn't
be.
Yeah.
Because you're in LA, it's hard to live with that pressure. But then you got Jordan Clarkson, goes to somewhere like Utah, not as bad. Then 6th man of the year. Julius Randle, he goes to before New York, he was in New Orleans, right? And he was pretty good in New Orleans. Like he was putting up good numbers, and then he went to New York and stunk it up for that one. It wasn't the best in one season, but then became an all-star.
Yeah,
and that's a big market too. But
then
you get more. Lonzo Ball went to New Orleans.
The thing about New York gets behind you. LA, they have better. I'm not gonna say they have better stuff to do, but they have better stuff to do. New York will get behind you, ain't good, and that's what went good for him.
Any more rookies you got for us?
The last one is my favorite rookie. And what do you guys think about Josh Christopher?
I'll be honest.
He's not bad. By looking at his shooting splits, they're some of the best I've seen. And if this was like a regular NBA player, we would call him pretty good.
What are they?
If he is 45,
6
35,
points,
and
2
80.
boards, I'll round up 2 assists.
But he gives me like the, you know how now it's like people go to the G League and people like come straight from high school. He gives me that unfinished type of
he went
game
to college. I mean, I always thought he was a good scorer.
I never understood the hype. You know, he's
I just feel that it just feels unfinished. I feel like his game is
6'5", 215 pounds, bro. He could jump out the gym and he could score.
That sounds good. But he doesn't do that. He just
he's still a rookie. He's still learning, but like
he's coming off the bench.
He was drafted in the first round. I don't think even before any of them played in a single NBA game, I didn't think he was better than Brandon Boston. We're not talking about Brandon Boston. We're talking about Josh. I know, but I'm saying that's another one of those social media guys, you could say, that a lot of hype, a lot of people think he's really good, but he's not as good as people think he is. And I don't think he's all that. I mean, he's all right. I mean, he can maybe be a good rotation guy, like maybe a good bench guy. I don't ever seen anything more than
I could see him
starting, I think he could be an energy guy.
I could see him, bro. I don't.
And on that team, I mean,
I see Gerald Green.
He don't have to stay there, bro. He doesn't have to Rockets, bro. I feel like if he gets put in the right situation, he could be a pretty good player, bro. Like
maybe.
What do you think his ceiling is? For me, his ceiling is Gerald Green.
Yeah.
I see some. I feel like he could be one of one. He could be his own player. The way he plays, bro. Like with his the way he carries himself, the way he does everything, bro. Like he's fun to watch too. I see Gerald Green. Gerald Green's fun, but Josh Christopher gives me some star potential, bro. That's what I see in him. Star potential. Star potential, yo.
So
I'm not saying all-star, not all-star. I'm saying star potential.
So what would be a comparison would be then?
I'm giving him, all right. I say I haven't seen him do that much this season. You know, he's 6 points, 2 and 2. So it's hard for me to compare him to anybody.
But you have to. What do you see him being at his best?
One of one. One of one.
Okay, so you said a star. You said a star. So what do you think about?
Give me his. What do you think his stats are?
I can see at the best. I can see him averaging 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists at best. It might not be on good efficiency because he's only 6 points on 45% isn't bad, but I can see him just shooting shots, and I can see him either coming off the bench, being a 6-man.
Bro, you just described Karis LeVert.
I was thinking about Karis LeVert. I was going to say maybe like a Karis LeVert.
Yeah, Karis LeVert or Miles Bridges, bro.
But Karis LeVert isn't a star.
Are we going to? I mean,
are we saying Karis LeVert's a star? No, Miles Bridges is a star. Shout out Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges is a star, bro.
Best rapper in the league.
He's not a star.
Miles Bridges. Yes, he is. Bro, why not? Why not?
Not
yet. But again, shout out.
In my opinion, the Hornets don't have a star, bro. I don't think LaMelo's
Miles averaging.
LaMelo's a star. LaMelo would be a star right now if he's averaging 2 points. Bro, it's just LaMelo's a star.
He's averaging 27 and 4, bro. Miles Bridges, that's not star numbers.
Miles Bridges is 27.
20 points, 7 rebounds, and 4.
I was like, he's not averaging 27.
27.
I don't think he's a star. He's
not yet.
He's a star. I'm not saying
and I think he could be. I think he could be an all-star. I'm not, but I'm not saying not yet. But Josh Christopher, I really don't see him being anything more than a rotation guy. Honestly,
you sound like a hater.
I'm not hating. That's just what I see.
Sounds like a hater. You sound like a hater, bro.
I think maybe a starter, but I don't think he's gonna be a good, great starter.
Wrapping this up, everybody, don't try to not make it too long, but everybody, give me a rookie that you think should be doing better right now.
Doing better.
Jalen Green should be doing better. That's the only person.
I was gonna say Jalen Suggs, but he has so many guards in front of him that
I was gonna say, well, finish.
I don't think you can go ahead first, RJ. So I don't think I want to pick.
I was gonna say Jonathan Kuminga. I don't like with Clay being out. He kind of I know they're already high on Jordan Poole. I think Jordan Poole could be really good, but I think Kuminga definitely should be doing more than he does right now. Right now, he just kind of just plays defense, and I think with Clay being out, he should have been able to kind of, do something. I'm very not pleased with what he's done.
Maybe.
And they hyped him up to be close to like a Jalen Brown type of player. But
bro, they have Moses Moody too, bro, which is crazy.
But I wasn't expecting that out of Moses Moody. I was expecting Kuminga to be, I expect him to be a contributor. I'm not saying he's not contributing right now, but he's not
right
what everybody thought.
You know who I think should be doing better? And I was going to say Jalen Green at first, but not Jalen Green. I was going to say what's his name? Magic, Jalen Suggs. I was going to say him, but I'm thinking James Bouknight.
They had him in the G League, bro.
I know. He's only averaging 3, almost 4. Less than an assist.
I don't know why they picked him, to be fair.
I liked the pick at first. I thought he was really good. And then
the Hornets have too many guards already.
Yeah, bro. Way too many guards.
I saw him being a nice fit next to LaMelo, or maybe even like a nice 6th man. But he's been like not good at all.
They already got Terry Rozier.
Right. No, but like Terry next to LaMelo is nice, but I thought like a bench piece maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think he'll be doing better. But one thing I will say before we're done with all these rookies, shout out to Josh Giddy for that triple-double, for a youngest triple-double. Youngest player to get a triple-double now.
For sure.
And that leads us to our next point.
Yeah.
For sure. Go ahead and throw out that Reddit question.
Question of the day. We got one every day.
Every pod.
Are triple-doubles losing their luster? Meaning, is it less special? Back in the day, you used to hear about triple-doubles and it was like, wow. But, Russ kind of made it a normal thing. So what do y'all think?
I think it has. And I'm saying that partially because of Russ, because I've seen Russ put up the most meaningless triple-doubles ever.
Yeah.
And sometimes like the Josh Giddy, when he it's a difference. Like Josh Giddy, right? Like when he goes, he's not, it doesn't feel like he's stat hunting in a way, or just like, trying to, that's just stat hunting. Like that's what I feel like Russ does a lot, and then Josh Giddy, I don't feel like he does that at all. And like a lot of players now, they will do stuff like that. But like Jokic, for example, Jokic's triple doubles are great. Like when he has triple doubles, that's great. Because like, he's a center anyway. He's already always fighting for those boards. He's scoring always, and he's playmaking. But I've seen some of the most useless, pointless triple doubles ever from like guys like Russ and other guys too. Not just Russ, but Russ is the guy that made them common.
Yeah, I feel like Russ. What Russ did was like a gift and a curse. Yeah. He made triple doubles. He made triple doubles kind of seem like, because to be fair, most people aren't watching most games, so you see or you hear, oh, such and such had triple double. The first thought people have now is he was stat chasing or he did such and such.
Right, and it's not always that. That's not always the case. A lot of times people just get it in the flow of a game. Yeah, and then it was a gift because now triple doubles are it's good for the game. People like to see people break records and stuff. Josh Giddy being the youngest person to ever get a triple double. But I just think that they're starting to lose its, and people aren't going to start getting quad doubles. This is not going to happen. Yeah.
So right now it's just
Another thing is, I feel like they've just gotten easier to get to, in a way, because big part of it about it is rebounding, right? And there's a lot more rebounds that happen now because what happens now in the day and age? Threes. So there's a lot more missed shots. Excuse me, a lot more missed shots. And so in that case, it's way easier for guys like Russ and like these upcomers, like LaMelo broke the record last year, and now it's Josh Giddy. It's way easier for these people to get triple doubles because there's way more rebounds.
Yeah. What do you think?
I do feel like it's lost its luster.
What do you think, Jamar?
I feel two ways about this. Though thanks for the triple doubles. Yeah, Russ. When he first did it, it was cool, man. Like I remember we were younger too, and seeing that happen right in front of our eyes, something magical. And when he passed, Oscar Robertson, I feel like we should appreciate it more because it's going to be, it may or might not be a long time until we see someone pass Russ. We might see Luka do it. Now, are we going to say the same thing for Luka?
I feel like it's not going to. I guess it will be kind of a long time before we see it because it's going to be one of these younger guys that does it. But I don't feel like it'll be like anything crazy. And with me, the thing was with me, I wasn't even that impressed when he did it. When he averaged, I honestly don't think he should have even won MVP that season.
That's crazy.
Because and here's why. Because
sounds like a hater.
I'm not hating. I'm saying because just y'all enlighten me right quick. That season they did. What season was it? Tell me.
2016, 17.
Right. In 2016, 17. And that's right after all the teams started chucking up threes.
Okay, but still, what he done hadn't been done in 50 years. I mean, you can't.
I wasn't that impressed.
Look, bro.
You weren't that impressed. You weren't that impressed.
I wasn't.
Ethan.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you. How about this? Do you remember the last regular season game when Russ dropped that 50-point triple-double and it was the game winner over the Nuggets? Were you still not impressed?
If you weren't
it was an impressive game, yes. I'm talking about
he broke the record too. That's crazy. You're telling me you weren't impressed, bro.
He had a 35-footer per game with 50 points.
I didn't say by that game.
To break the record.
That game was impressive.
If Paul George did that, Ethan, you
no,
bro.
I guess I was impressed by that game. I'm talking about him, the record getting broken.
And Ethan, tell me this: if you averaged a triple double, how many times? Like 4 times for your career. You telling me you wouldn't want your respect? 4 times to average that 4 times, it's hard work, bro. You know how much work you're putting in?
You can't stat chase that much.
It is, but part of it is stat chasing, and part of it is the era of the basketball we're in changing.
That's fair. I'll give you that, but I don't think that makes it.
And in my opinion, James Harden should have won MVP that year.
I mean, it was close that year.
James Harden should have won MVP that year.
But James Harden almost averaged a triple-double too. That's why it was so close.
Yeah.
So a triple-double really it kind of is important, bro. Like if Rustin averaged a triple-double, he probably didn't win it.
And then now every year someone's about to win MVP. It's been he nearly averaged a triple-double. That's become the new standard. That's part of why I think it's lost its luster. But then you saying he should have won MVP is crazy. I don't.
James Harden should have won MVP, man.
Dude,
what were his stats that year? We got to start wrapping this up too. But what were his stats that year?
Which one, James?
29, 11, and 8, 9.
8, 9. Okay, that 8 is why that's why he almost won MVP.
Hang on.
And they were saying that was a debate. James Harden, who had a higher seed? I want to say it was the Rockets. I think the Rockets. Yeah. I mean,
he had a way better team.
I want to say they definitely said that, but
that's why I want to give it to James Harden. That's exactly
no. They had a better team though.
And Russ was averaging a triple and double.
Oh, quickly.
They were the 6th seed.
Ethan, name me 5 other people on that team.
What team?
Don't say what team. What other team would we be talking about?
What
the
Thunder?
Rockets?
The Thunder?
The 2016-17 Thunder.
2016-17 Thunder?
Yeah.
How many players averaged over 10 points on that team?
But I'm saying no. Don't
that team.
Don't look it up. Do not.
I'm not looking up. They have Victor Oladipo. That's team with Victor Oladipo, Domantas Sabonis, 2 guys that turned into all-stars. They were quality players there. They saw Steven Adams.
Nowhere near as good as
they were nowhere near, but they were quality NBA players. They had Steven Adams.
What were they averaging? That's 3.
I don't know what they were averaging that season. We can look it up. They had Steven Adams. They had.
I want to say they had Jeremy Grant.
They did. They did have Jeremy Grant. That's
what I'm saying. they had a bunch of people that you didn't even know were on that team.
They have. I don't think they had Reggie Jackson then, did they? They had he was in Detroit by then.
He was on the
Yeah, I think he was in Detroit.
He had been in Detroit by then. I'm trying to think. Who else did they have? I have a terrible memory.
Who else did they have?
I don't remember everybody that the Rockets had that season either. But what I'm saying is,
bro, no. Let me tell you this. I won a triple-double if I'm carrying, at this time, 2016, if I'm carrying Alex Abrinas, if I'm carrying Todd Gibson, Josh Eustace,
Taj Gibson wasn't a scrub.
Jeffrey Labrine.
Give me the roster.
I forgot about him.
Anthony Morrow.
Anthony Morrow wasn't a scrub either.
Just stop.
Oh.
All right, we gotta move on, bro.
Collinson.
Okay,
Russ.
but
All right, wrapping it up. Yes,
it still lost its
has
value.
definitely lost its value. But saying Russ shouldn't have won MVP.
I feel like Russ just made it cooler, bro. I feel like that's it. Russ just made it cooler.
Yeah,
because it's cool as hell seeing that nigga Jokic get a triple double.
Right.
All right, guys. You already know what time it is. Trivia,
man.
You got the first question 6 points, second question 4, last question 2, and we'll be doing it's multiple choice now. So sometimes we'll be splitting questions. So let's get it.
So I'll be asking the questions today. So what I've been thinking, I'm gonna do NBA draft questions. We were talking about rookies today, draft classes and stuff. I'm gonna be doing NBA draft questions today.
Okay.
So we're going hardest for sure. And we're doing multiple choice now. Make it a little bit easier on everybody. So let me just pull up my first question here. Here we go.
The draft questions.
You want to go first, RJ?
I'll go. I'll go first.
RJ won yesterday, so he'll get to go first. Well, you can decide.
Yeah.
You want to decide.
I want to go first.
Gotcha. All right. So first question will be the hardest one. So, who did the? Actually, let's change that up a bit. Because I got thrown the multiple choice now.
Yeah.
So I got to get the 4 options. 4 options, correct?
You can do 3.
Okay, I'm gonna do 4. So, who did the Memphis Grizzlies select with the 27th pick in the 2003 NBA draft? The 2003.
2000 what?
2003.
Mike Miller.
No. But I was going to give you your multiple choice anyway.
All right, he done. My turn.
I was trying to see if I could just get it.
All right, 4 options. Option number 1, Carlos Delfino. Number 2, Boris Diaw. Number 3, Josh Howard. And number 4, Kendrick Perkins.
So clearly this person never played for them.
Let me go first. One. You already went.
No, RJ, I'm going to go first. So I'll remind you. The picks were Carlos Delfino. They were Boris Diaw, Josh Howard, and Kendrick Perkins.
Did this person play for them or did they trade him away?
I can't say that.
What the fuck? All right. I'll go Carlos Delfino.
Wrong.
It's Carlos Delfino.
No, I just said wrong.
Don't tell him don't tell him it's wrong until
okay, well y'all both guessed, so y'all's both wrong.
Who was it?
It was Boris Diaw.
Kendrick Perkins.
Oh, fuck! I should have known the perk. All right, next question.
So we'll be switching drafts for this next one. I'm not gonna say
Ethan. Don't tell him if he's wrong or not until.
Gotcha. I got you.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna be. We're gonna go a little. This is gonna be a little bit easier. So we're gonna go a little bit. More close to our time. We're gonna go a few years ahead. We're gonna go to the 2007 NBA draft.
Yes, sir.
So. And we're gonna spice it. It's gonna be a little bit easier, a little bit higher of a pick. We're gonna go with the 10th pick in the 2007 NBA draft. Who did the Kings select? So our 4 choices will be Nick Young, AC Law, Spencer Hawes, and Brandon Wright.
Who was my second one?
I'll go through your options again. It was Nick Young, AC Law, Spencer Hawes, and Brandon Wright.
I'm gonna go with AC Law.
All right, for you, RJ.
Brandon Wright.
Both wrong.
No way it was Spencer Hawes.
It was Spencer Hawes with the 10th pick.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Man, this ain't looking good for y'all. Y'all know y'all's draft day history.
I was thinking Spencer Hawes, bro. Not gonna lie.
I didn't think he got picked that early.
Yeah,
I was not
dude.
thinking
Spencer Hawes, my nigga.
10th pick in the NBA draft. Yeah.
Bro,
So now
they was freaked out.
we're going to continue with the this one should be way easier. It's the easy question. I'm going to go 2012 NBA draft. So let's see. Before we go, let's see. Do y'all know y'all's 2012 draft history? What are some star players from the 2012 NBA draft? They all know.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, this was the Anthony Davis draft.
Okay.
Tomorrow, I don't know. All right, so it's going to be even easier. This will be. The last one was a lottery pick, but this one will be even easier. So this one, we're going to go with. Don't want it to be too easy for y'all.
Are these off the dome, nigga? Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
No. Well, me picking the choices are off the dome.
yeah,
They're like the multiple choice, they're off the dome. But the
you're off the dome.
the pick isn't off the dome. Well, I forgot we were doing multiple choice. I'll be honest with you. We'll go with this pick. All right. So your choices are we're going to pick number 12, Houston Rockets in the 2012 NBA draft. So our options are Kendall Marshall, Mo Harkless, Jeremy Lamb, and Myers Leonard. And RJ is first, I believe.
It's not Jeremy Lamb.
Yeah.
They picked. He went to the Thunder. Did he get traded to the Rockets? Did he get traded from the Rockets though? Say it again.
The options?
Yeah.
I said the options were Kendall Marshall, Jeremy Lamb, Myers Leonard, and Mo Harkless.
I think it's between Mo Harkless and Mo Harkless and there's no way they picked Kendall Marshall that early. There's no way in hell. I think he got picked by the Suns anyways later on. I'll say Jeremy Lamb. He got traded to the Thunder.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jeremy Lamb because they OKC traded that nigga Harden. Yeah, it was Jeremy Lamb.
Yeah,
it was Jeremy Lamb.
Yeah,
and you were right about Kendall Marshall. No, Kendall Marshall was actually picked right after Jeremy Lamb
to the Suns.
To the Suns.
Yeah, I remember that.
Pick.
Yeah,
and then Mo Harkless was a 15th pick, and then Myers Leonard was an 11th pick to the Blazers.
All right, so we got to keep going. So someone's got to get out the spot.
So I got to make up another. This one's going to be off the dome. You're going to have to give me
this one. All right, this one. How about this one? This one is just the first person to get it right. No alternating.
Oh well, I go first anyway.
No, okay, no. I'm saying no alternating, no nothing. Just first person to get it right. Since make this one semi hard, like medium.
Okay. Give me a second.
Different draft though. Different draft.
Of course.
Woo-wee.
I don't want to get out the spot, but I don't want to get out the spot.
If I win, then nigga RC got a Turk. He got Turk for the sub.
Yo! Family-friendly podcast, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Nah, man.
Nah.
We love everybody.
Okay. All right, so this
I'm gonna use Turk. I love it.
We're going to go with the 2009 NBA draft.
All right.
And it's going to be a little bit of a different question. I'm going to ask you who... Actually, I'll stick with the same four that I've been using. I'm going to change it. There was a rookie in this draft class that dropped 50 points as a rookie. I'm not going to give you any options, though.
What?
What team?
I'm not going to give you the
same
options.
No, we ain't got
Y'all should know this.
Can you know this. He dropped 50?
2009?
He dropped 50 as a rookie?
Yes.
All right, can we go ahead?
Yes.
Can I go with Brandon Jennings?
Oh my God, you got it right.
You got it right,
You
my
got
man.
it right.
I like
Oh
it.
my
It was
God,
indeed
you got
Brandon
it
Jennings.
right.
It was Brandon
Where did he
Jennings.
get
Third.
picked? What number?
Milwaukee at number 10, I think.
Oh my God, he got it right the
If
first.
I would have said
Yeah.
Milwaukee, y'all would have got it. And if I would have
Yeah.
give you multiple choice, Brandon Jennings, you would have automatically got it. So
Oh,
I mean, yeah,
wow,
make
that's
you think a little bit
bad.
with that one.
I guess I gotta get out the spot. I'm not twerking on there. That's crazy.
No.
Let me get that credit. Oh,
Okay,
shit.
all right.
Hell no.
That was
All
fun though.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
So Jamar, so I have 2 points from yesterday. Ethan, you have 2 from the first day, and Jamari has what 2 now as well. So we're all
Yeah.
tied. All right.
Well,
Triple double.
Yeah, you already know.
fun pod, man. I think we're gonna start wrapping this thing up. Make sure, like I said at the beginning, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, like everything, follow, sub, everything you got to do it. Help us grow, man. We're just trying to grow, reach new audiences. Just have fun.
He
with
said,
it.
"Doodle." If you think you gotta do it.
Introduce a new audience, man. We just want to, everybody to enjoy basketball, enjoy sports, enjoy life. That's what it's all about. So, other than that, if y'all got anything else, I'm good, man. Fun pod.
Good.
No,
All
man.
right, y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.